Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Take a deep breath and let the weight of the world settle for just a moment. You are here now, and that means something. This moment is no accident. You may think you simply clicked on a video, but what if you were guided here? What if this is exactly what you needed to hear today? You see, life isn't about what happens to us. It's about what we do with it. I've spoken before about taking responsibility for our lives, and I want to remind you again. That does not mean difficulties are our fault. In fact, they are not faults at all. Life's challenges are not punishments, not signs that you've done something wrong, and certainly not proof that you're not good enough. They are simply part of the path. But here's the truth. While these challenges may not be our fault, they are ours to face, ours to overcome, ours to grow from. And when you take responsibility, not in blame but in power, something incredible happens. You begin to sense God's hands, not as something distant or unreachable, but as a force within you, pushing you forward, helping you conquer everything in your way. Not because you have to, not because you're obligated to struggle, but because in overcoming, you remember something, you discover something. You remember the power that God has placed within you. The strength, the resilience, the light that has always been there. But somewhere along the way, you were convinced otherwise. Maybe in childhood, maybe in a moment of failure, maybe in a time when you tried and fell short. Someone or something made you believe you were incapable, that you weren't strong enough, smart enough, good enough. And so you shrank. You hesitated. You started believing that life was just something that happened to you, rather than something you could shape. But that's going to change. Because God did not create you to be powerless. He did not place you on this earth to live at the mercy of your circumstances. He filled you with potential far greater than you've ever imagined. Think about this. Have you ever watched a child take their first steps? They stumble, they fall, but they don't stop trying. They don't question if they're meant to walk. They don't think, maybe this isn't for me. No, they try again, and again, and again, because something inside of them knows they were born to walk. Somewhere along the way, we forget that about ourselves, but God hasn't forgotten. And every challenge in your life, every hardship, every moment of doubt, it's not here to break you. It's here to awaken you, to remind you of what has always been inside you. But here's where it gets even more beautiful. You are not in this alone. God walks beside you, strengthening you, guiding you, whispering to you in the moments you feel weak. And if you pause, if you quiet the noise, you will hear him saying, "You are stronger than you know. You are capable of more than you believe. I have placed something mighty within you, and it is time to remember who you are." So let me ask you this. What have you been running from? What have you been telling yourself you cannot do? What challenge has been standing in your way, making you feel small? Because it's time to face it, not with fear, not with self-doubt, but with the quiet, unshakable confidence that you were made for more than this moment. Maybe right now you're thinking, "I don't feel strong. I don't feel capable." That's okay. Strength is not about feeling ready. Strength is about stepping forward even when you don't feel like you can. And the moment you do, that's when you'll begin to feel God's presence in a way you never have before. If this resonates with you, if something inside of you feels like it's waking up, leave a 777 in the comments. Let it be a sign to yourself, to the world, that you are stepping into the power that has always been yours. Now take a deep breath. You are about to remember who you are. Close your eyes for just a second. Picture the strongest version of yourself, the version God created you to be. Not the person weighed down by fear, not the one who second guesses every decision, not the one who plays small to avoid failure. No, I want you to see the real you. The one who rises, the one who overcomes, the one who walks forward even when the road is uncertain. Because that is the person you truly are. The world may have made you forget, but God never has. And I need you to understand something deeply. This strength, this courage, this resilience, it has always been in you. You weren't given a weak spirit. You weren't sent into this world unprepared. God placed within you everything you need to handle whatever life throws your way. But life has a way of covering that truth. Maybe it was a harsh word spoken over you when you were younger. Maybe it was a moment of failure that convinced you you weren't good enough. Maybe it was watching others succeed while you felt stuck, making you believe that some people are just meant for more, while you were left behind. All of that was a lie. You were never meant to stay in fear. You were never meant to live beneath your calling. You were created with purpose, with power, with the ability to stand in the middle of any storm and say, I will not be shaken, because I am not walking alone. Yes, life is hard. Yes, there will be moments that test you. But hear me. Your difficulties are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you, to pull something out of you that you never would have found in comfort. That's why taking responsibility for your life is not about blame. It's about taking back your power. It's about looking at your struggles, not as burdens, but as the very thing that will make you stronger than you ever imagined. And in those moments, when you feel like you can't do it, when you feel like it's all too much, that is when you will feel God's presence in a way you never have before. Because He is not just watching over you from a distance. He is beside you. He is within you. He is the strength in your bones, the breath in your lungs, the force that moves you forward when everything in you wants to give up. So, I ask you, what is one thing you've been avoiding? What challenge have you convinced yourself is too big? What dream have you pushed aside because you thought you weren't ready? What if you are ready? Not because you have everything figured out, not because you have all the answers, but because God has already placed inside you what you need to begin. Imagine how your life would change if you stopped waiting to feel ready and started trusting that you are already equipped. Imagine if you woke up tomorrow and said, I will no longer live as if I am powerless. I will no longer allow fear to dictate my future. I will move forward in faith, knowing that every step I take, God is taking with me. This is where everything changes. The moment you stop believing in your limitations and start believing in the power God has given you, the world will no longer look the same. Doors will open, strength will rise, confidence will take the place of doubt. Because faith is not just about waiting for God to move. It's about realizing He has already moved. And now it's your turn to step forward. And when you do, you will look back on this moment and realize it wasn't the world that was holding you back. It wasn't God delaying your blessings. It was the belief that you were not capable. But you are. You have always been. And now you are ready to live like it. And as you move forward, remember this: God is not just guiding you. He is lifting you. He is strengthening you. He is revealing to you, day by day, exactly who you were always meant to be. And that person is unstoppable. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.